on the assembly line, what we're really doing is putting in hundreds of hours into the people on the streets who need us. And they need us in a way that none of us will ever understand. And for the last couple of weeks, I've been on the grounds every day. They know we're coming today, they know we're coming tomorrow, and they look forward to seeing us because we're the one little bit of hope that they have to have a warm meal in their bellies and to know that somebody in the world is actually caring for them and loving them. And without people like you showing up today to give your time, your energy, and your spirit, none of this is possible. So I want to really say thank you to everyone, because what we're doing here today may seem small, but it's actually really, really big, and it's impacting hundreds and thousands of families. So I thank you, I love you, I look forward to doing this with you today.
My name is Serena Buffalino, and I am the founder of Help Heal Humanity. Help Heal Humanity is a charity that is focused on unconditional giving, love, and support to some of the most vulnerable communities in the world.
Hello, lady.
Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh.
I'm doing wonderful. Look at that smile.
Thank you. I got it from my mama.
Oh, well, of course, the queen of queens.
Exactly. Thank you for the introduction. I really appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I mean, you know, I'm like this. If I'm on a spotlight, we're going to make sure we do it right. We're going to make sure people understand that you are the person to meet.
Thank you. Where do I start?
You know, people always ask me that too. They'd be like, okay, where do I start? Because I got so much that, you know. But, well, first of all, I want to first, before you even say anything out your wonderful mouth, is that I want to thank you for coming on the Coach's Lounge. I always want to do that because you're taking the time out of your day, of your world, to come on for a little while and talk about what you do. And like I said, the genius in what you're doing is magnificent. Like I said, I was saying earlier about coaches and consultants and educators, you know, they all kind of come in the same bunch, but it's just taking that time out to say, you know what, I don't only want to help and encourage myself and get myself to a certain level, but I want to help others and bring them along. So that's why I love bringing the coaches on. So with that said, lady, yes. Now, I always tell people, you just don't start off by saying, ta-da, I'm just wonderful, all this big approach, everything. I just do all this stuff for people. You know, it started somewhere. So let's pull the curtain a little bit. Just give us a little bit background of who you are and why you started in the area that you did.
Interesting enough, with the job that I was at for almost 9 years of my life, I couldn't move around to save my life. And when I try to move around, I've always gotten this stumbling block. And, you know, being an African-American woman is super hard in corporate America because we don't necessarily confine to the constraints of what they try to put us in those boxes. And I'm not that type of person. So I kept going for HR jobs, things like that. And I just couldn't get an HR job to save my life. Even with being in Wisconsin, you don't really have to have a lot of experience to some degree, if that makes sense, because a lot of my white counterparts don't even have degrees to do a lot of these things. So I have to work extra hard. So I created Poppins Productions because I wanted to help people, but also I wanted to see what I can do. Because part of HR is also helping others to really cultivate to be their very best selves. Because with HR, it encompasses so many things, especially the learning and development components, recruitment, all of those different things. So I decided to create Poppins Productions. Poppins Productions is where we're providing entertainment, consulting, and management services to entertainers. And I specifically looked at Black entertainers because Black entertainers usually don't have the opportunity to really flourish because they're taken advantage of, just like how we are in the workplace. As Black people, we're very talented, we're taken advantage of. So I wanted to help entertainers to learn to be entrepreneurs. This is your brand. I need you to think this way. So teaching them the fundamental things of entrepreneurship within their own right, and also providing the artist development is where that branched off from. And then I did this, it was like 2015 is when I started. And I branched out 3 years. Well, and at the same time, actually, I started Poppins Extensions Plus, which was a hair business just for entertainers, just so they have a one-chop shop.
Oh my God, yes. You dipped in everything. You're like, okay, we're gonna do this and that. That's wonderful.
I did. And then like 3 years later, I evolved tremendously, where even with Poppins Productions, I added travel services for entertainers. I've added more consultants that work with me to provide different types of services. And then I created in 2018 Poppins Urban Podcast, which is where this is now a platform for entertainers to reach their audience, but also they're getting life skills in terms of learning how to actually be a host, how to really ask questions, like the PR aspect, which you see a lot of entertainers kind of fail at. Yeah. So they end up hurting their own brand and actually helping their brand. So it's a lot of teaching that's involved, but also at the same time, I'm providing a platform for you. And then oftentimes with African-American entertainers, they don't have a lot of money either. So they don't have money to get a website and things of that nature. So they're able to literally put that up, be able to put it on our platform. And we also pay them for what people are buying. So they have those different options. And at the same token, that's when Mary Essence evolved, where I decided, I'm getting close to getting done with school, that I did life coaching. I did business coaching. And now that I'm 4 degrees, about to be my 5th degree in, 5 certifications, 5 certificates, 2 certifications, and I'm also an HR consultant.
Oh, wow. Okay. First of all, I got to say this. Bravo. I didn't even do you justice when you first came in, because I was like, okay, which one do I pick? She has so many different hats that she's helping in different areas. I mean, you just created things because you seen the need for it.
Yeah. And then
for it. And you seen that there was some challenges with the Black and brown community, especially when you said about, I get so upset when you said they don't know how to do their own brand when they're speaking or having conversations or having interviews, and sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, you're so wonderful, but you're not coming off that way.
Exactly. And then because people have their perception of who we are based off of the negative things they see. And I want to change the narrative.
Yeah.
So I'm helping to that degree. I'm helping individuals, I'm helping businesses, I'm also helping even families. I started my own internship program 3 months, back in March. January I started the process, but I started getting interns as of March, my first interns. Actually, one of them just shouted me out. Aaliyah, she actually turned into my consultant, PR consultant.
Support. That's what I'm talking about, supporting each other.
Because I also found the need there, because it's just like, I have a business. I've been in business for a long time. I'm also building a brand. Oh, hey. But also, she's my
Your
HR.
tribe is here. Your tribe is here.
What I wanted to do for especially Black and Brown students, oh, hey, Masika, my Black and Brown students, I wanted them to have an opportunity to have a seat at the table and be able to learn, because I took a different approach. Most internships, you just do paperwork and things like that. No, I'm treating you like a salary employee. I'm treating, because you went to school for the skill set that you have.
Yeah.
So I want you to apply that. I want you to build a business case. I need you to learn how to collaborate with your team. I need you to learn how to make decisions. I need you to look at the picture holistically versus in a tunnel vision, because that's going to be important for their success. So as I'm growing my business, I'm also providing a platform for Brown and Black students to actually get the help that they deserve. And also you're getting from an HR professional, because also I have professional development that's encompassed in their program. So they get the resume writing, they get the cover letter review, references, LinkedIn, as well as a mock interview with feedback. And usually that's a pretty big, like almost what, $700-800 for this. But I give it to them as a part of that package, because if you're trying to get work, you need to know the ins and outs of what that looks like.
Definitely.
So what are they looking at on the resume? What not to say, what to do. Just have a better lens from a Black woman's perspective, as a Black woman's perspective, and how we view the world to be successful.
Definitely, definitely. Now, I love how, like you said, you help the individuals and the students to gain the real world experience, to really understand that, you know, what you need, like the soft skills, like you said, and understand how to present yourself. And, you know, I see sometime, and I'm just going to put it out there, I see a little lack of that lately.
Yes. No, you don't have to tell me. Doing this internship program has also been an eye opener, because what's also I'm just going to be, that's one thing about me. I don't sugarcoat. I get to the point. As you can see on my website, you know, you pass the bullshit to get to your true potential.
Your true potential.
The problem that I see is that a lot of our Black and Brown students or kids think that they're white. And I'm just going to be honest. So they think they have the same privilege, because you got to think about, they haven't had the struggles that we have, or our parents have, or see those things. So because they don't see those things, and they're oblivious to those things, that they think that they are equally as entitled, when it's not the case. And the reality hit them when they actually have to face the things that we would normally have to face, unfortunately. So now that's when reality sink in, and I've seen it. I've seen where some of the students that I actually had in the beginning that started out, I had to let go, even though I didn't want to. Hey, my executive assistant on here. So I had to let go a couple of them, because a lot of them don't even, I'm just going to be honest, to get advice from a Black woman, it seems like the death of people, if that makes sense, because they don't take you as seriously. And it's sad when your own people don't take you as seriously. But if I was a white woman and I was giving you advice, then you're going to listen. And that's what I also noticed. Like, they devalue my knowledge. And so there's a combination of the two that's going on. Because they don't seem to realize, it's like, I've had a couple of my students that said, hey, I couldn't even get an internship to save my life anywhere. And you helped me. Like, I literally, you helped me. And I appreciate it. You know? So some see the value of it, some just don't. And that's just the reality.
Sorry. Yeah, and I was just gonna say real quickly that, like you said, I'm glad you're giving that reality check, because we do have to work, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. Like you said, we're not going to sugarcoat it. Black and Brown has to work 10, 15, or we can even go up the ladder here, harder than the average person that's non-Black and Brown. And we have to be prepared for that. But sometimes I've noticed too, some Black and Brown people feel like you said, they're like, oh, I'm good. I'm okay. It seems like, I'll settle with this. And I'm like, wait a minute, why are you settling? So
Exactly.
it's like you open their eyes and say, okay, first of all, don't be settling for one. Know that you do have to work harder.
Yes, you do.
Be in the
No
bubble.
way you're getting around it. You can sound as white as you want. You can sound white as you want.
That's what I'm saying, Mary. I said, know that you have to do this. It's not like, no, you got to do it. And then learn from Mary. That's what I was saying. Learn from Mary.
I mean, you know, what my experiences is shaped me for the better because it gave me much more motivation. You know, even when I'm dealing with entertainers, a lot of them think that I'm just talented, and I can just skate by, or I look good. And it's like, that'll only get you in the door, but how can you sustain it?
Yes.
You know, I give examples as look at MC Hammer and look at Flavor Flav, no pun intended towards them, but they didn't manage your money appropriately. And so now you have to do these ridiculous things just to stay relevant. And with Flavor Flav, he's doing these ridiculous things without a moral compass to himself, like the value of himself, just to make a buck. And I don't want to see more Black people go down that route. I want to see Black people like Jay-Z's, the Beyoncés of the world. Oh my God, my sister Alicia, hey sis. I'm sorry. I want to see more of my Black people to that degree where, yes, you came from here, doesn't mean that you have to stay here.
Yes.
You don't have to stay here. At one point in time in my life where my people thought that I wasn't going to be anything because I was a troublemaker. I was not troublemaker, but I was angry. I was fighting and all this other stuff. And they thought I wasn't going to be anything. And I turned that a whole 360 around. Like, nope. Like I was mentioning the degrees I got and forward, I saw life a lot differently. And then also being in a different space too, to see it. Because I'm in predominantly white spaces, a lot, I see it. I'm dissecting it. And one of the things my father told me was, learn from your enemies. Learn what they do.
Yes.
Watch what they do. And that's what I've been doing, is watching and observing and enhancing my own ability. You got to think about, there's not a lot of African Americans in the United States, actually. I believe it's a good 20%, maybe 15 to 20% that makes up of African Americans. And we're the strongest, actually. We're the strongest. We're the biggest consumers. We're more important than you think. And I'm trying to get people to realize that, like, we're very unique individuals that oftentimes are overlooked or abused. So I just try to let my students know that, let my clients know that you are worthy. You can do this. You have to put the work into it. You have to continuously educate yourself. You have to continuously learn yourself. And also the biggest piece is the self-awareness. Really know yourself.
Yes, definitely. Oh, that is so true, Mary. So true.
That's the biggest part.
And, you know, another thing I just was saying, I was listening to what you're saying about, you know, the awareness and making sure that you're learning, because we're forever learning. And another thing, don't make the excuses because we're Black and brown. I see a lot of times, you know, we sometimes make those excuses like, well, you know, they this is how they think of us. This is what we, you know, so I'll just be whatever that they think we are. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, no, you need to be who you are, build yourself up, and don't take that excuse. And I hear that a lot sometimes too, where they just say, you know, or they look at this with reality TV stuff.
Oh my God.
And that's like a whole nother show, Mary. I mean, that alone could be a whole nother show me and you could talk about, because that just gets to me. I'm like, okay, really? So you're just waiting to get that one, you know, okay, let me be on there. They pay me something so I can act silly or whatever they do, you know? And I'm like, why are you going to put yourself in that box? Why? I mean, you're more talented than that, you know? So you have to say that have to keep continuously saying that.
Because you got to also think about, like, you know, when we go back to the beginning where, you know, a lot of these young people think they don't need to do anything, or not young people, I'm going to say brown and Black people think they don't have to do anything. Like in this day and age, it's more so of, again, the reality television. It's not like in the 90s where they actually had you actually have more uplifting shows for Black people, in which, you know, more Black people were actually going to college. You know, yeah, we all don't necessarily like with the situation with the Bill Cosby thing, but I would have to say that the show did allow for more minorities to have that confidence to go back to school and to really better themselves, especially coming out of the 80s where it was very drugs infested in the communities, and really trying to come back from that, you know. And now we're kind of reverting backwards instead of forwards, you know. So, and again, seeing all of that, I wanted to make sure that, again, providing that platform for entertainers, but also teaching them to be entrepreneurs, as well as teaching my students to be well-rounded professionals when they get out into the real world. Because I can say all day long, I'm just be honest, it is nice that I have the degrees, that is cute, but if you don't have the self-awareness, if you don't have the soft skills needed, if you can't make quality decisions or think outside of the box and those different elements, which will heighten you, it means nothing. You know, I know a couple of people got degrees and do nothing. I've actually surpassed them. So it's all a matter of what you do. It's the drive in you. It's about you. It's you. It's encompassing you. So I'm attacking you to bring out the better you.
Ooh, that is so. Ooh, that should be. I hope that's one of your like quotes that you have out there. Quotes. That is.
I don't even have a quote, but I can use it.
Take that soundbite, Queen. I always tell people, I always have a pad of paper and pen next to you wherever you are, because when you come out with that wisdom that you just did, you want to write it down and make that your own quotes. And I tell people all the time, you have so much wisdom, and sometimes we don't even take it at that moment. So re-listen to this. And put that down as one of your quotes.
Oh, no, I will. I mean, it's just kind of, and it's interesting. It's just like, sometimes wisdom can scare people because, again, it's about the self, right? So sometimes the wisdom can also come off to others who are not that comfortable with themselves as, oh, you're just, you're talking. Actually, I had someone who said to me that I talk too much, or I talk about myself, even when I give examples to try to help them with their situation. I'm just like, so if you're going to go to the negative that way, then something's wrong with you. Oh, yeah. So instead of valuing the information I'm giving you, because I'm dropping gems for things that I'm learning to help you. So if you can't see past that little vision that you have right here, instead of looking at this bigger picture, then you have more work to do for yourself. Definitely. So I'm not the problem. It's really you. You got to look at you.
It always goes back. It always goes back. When that kind of stuff comes out, I always say in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm helping. You know, you do a self check real quick. You say, oh, wait a minute, I'm doing this because I'm trying to help you and educate you and get you to the next mode. And if you're saying something on the negative side, so okay, now that's you now. You know, your mind, you yourself, that's them.
I'm like, it's not me, sis, it's you. You know, like, don't get me wrong. I look back at myself and like, look at, okay, I'm very critical. Like, okay, I'm trying to be mindful. Am I doing too much here? Am I, trying to be mindful of other people, you know? But, and again, it all reverts back to self. What do self want? Do self know how to get there? What are some of the things that you can identify that you need?
And I love that. So what road do you take to get to that point? And I want to let everybody know, I know what the road is, and that's Mary Essence.
First off, I'm going to use that too.
Well, lady, I know, with time, oh my God, I got to, you know what? First of all, I got to ask you, please, I need you to come back to the show. I need you to come back to the show.
I'll come back.
Yes, you have so much. And I want to just, get more out of that. I know our audience is really looking for it too. So I'm going to ask you to come back. We're going to have to get you back on. And I always do want to do this too. And this is for the audience, not for you right now, Mary. Okay. Reach out to Mary. If you see that you need this, if you know others that need this knowledge and just to move forth in their life and understand, especially in the industry of entertainment, because that it is a big need, and Mary's filling that big need to, you know, move and be more educated in that area, to know how to just show up, your brand, all that stuff. And then she has so much more. That's why I got to bring her back, because she's nonprofit. She deals with nonprofits. So we didn't even get to that. but I want to just make sure that, first of all, I let people know, please reach out to Mary. I want to put your website here again so they can see, and make sure that they go there, check Mary out. I'm telling you, this is a wonderful lady. And Mary, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. And like I said, I'll be keeping in touch with you right after this.
Oh, definitely. No, come
so
through.
We can bring you back on.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. And you take care.
You as well. Thank you again.
When you do nothing,
nothing
best time to take action is now.
This is the time to work on you and your business.
So I've created a group,
An online academy for professionals and entrepreneurs. Power Partners will help you
to start helping yourself.
Helped me change my life and my business.
Not a Toastmasters, it's not a BNI, it's not any of these, but it is. So it's all this stuff in one place.
Get the results that you deserve right now. So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
see you in Power Partners.
My body becomes like a cement. Oh my God.
That was the better one.
Okay. Oh my God. It's like magic. Literally like magic.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, that was a wonderful interview I had with Mary. I had to bring her back. Now that I think about it, I'm going to have to really bring her back. But if you're just tuning in, if you're just chiming in, if you just came in to this show, The Coaches Lounge, with myself, Barbara J. Beckley, you are in for some good vibes right now. I have a celebrity, yes, a celebrity that is coming on to be with me. So I'm all, when I have people that just like a powerhouse, I get really excited like a little kid in the candy store. When you're a little kid and you go in the candy store and you say, "Oh, I like those Hershey bars," or "Oh, I like those Kit Kats. Oh, I can't wait to get those." Well, kind of the same thing, but it's dealing with individuals that just are blowing up the world and being world changers. And this particular lady that I had before, and I had to bring her back. I begged and pleaded. I said, "Please, Angel Marie, please come back." And she was like, "Let me see my schedule. Let me check my schedule. Got a lot of stuff going on." And she made it happen. She looked at her schedule and she, came in and said, "Okay, I think I could do it another day, Barbara." I was like, because I like to bring the powerhouses here, because I want to show you that, the Coaches Lounge I created because I wanted to give more visibility for coaches, educators, influencers, because they don't seem like they don't get their just due sometimes. It's always about, and people are authors and stuff too. They all combine into that. But it seems like the coaches and the educators and influencers really don't get a chance to really tell what they do, tell their story, tell why they do it, and why they help people. Because when you think about it, coaches and educators or mentors, they are on the journey with you to pull you. Sometimes we're pulling you, because I'm a coach and I understand that. Pulling you to say you can do it. We encourage you. We tell you, you have it in you. You got the gift in you. You know, I'm always talking about that. So that's what coaches and influencers do. And Angel Marie is just a breath of fresh air every time I see her. She is, and this is a good reason why everybody calls her this. She is the igniter. She will ignite your fire in you. She will do that. She's a TV producer. She's a host, TV producer and host. I gotta say both because it's a difference. She's a 6-time bestseller. And she has a book that just came out. And I think it's 7 now because she just had another book come out. And she's a certified spiritual counselor. And she's a professional international speaker. She uses energy, and I love how she says that, to create the confidence and joy within you. So she has a lot of techniques that she does, but just herself brings in the energy and sparks you. So with that, and I always call the ladies that I bring on queens, because I look at women as royalty and I look at them as queens. And she has that crown on. She might not wear it like you could see it, but it's always there when she's doing what she does. But I just can't just bring her on and say, ta-da, and say, here she is. So we will be right back right after. And I'm looking for now. Yes, here we go. We'll be, as soon as I do this quick video, we will be bringing on the queen, Angel Marie.
Good morning. Good morning. Woo, woo, woo. You, Queen. Thank you, Queen, yourself for that. And for all your viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
I so appreciate you. You know, you are a world changer, lady. I love you so very much. I always blow kisses and hearts to you every time I see you doing things for people in different areas, when you go visit, when you're traveling, when you're with your wonderful, well, I'll call it your child. I know it's your dog, but it's your child. And you do all this with just so much love. And you just put yourself in front and say, you know what? I need everybody to move forward, because that's what I'm telling you to do. So thank you for being that light, that lighthouse to the world, Angel Marie. I really appreciate that. And I know everybody else does too.
Oh, it is my pleasure. And it is my commitment also is that everybody discovers that they can change their energy naturally, just like that, and really create the world that they want. And I want to say thank you to all your viewers and trusting me to be on to share with your viewers. Thank you, Barbara. I think the world of you also.
Yes. And see, this is nice when you can come together as a community. And I always say communities are so nice, because we know, just with each other, how we can, you can do it together, just by yourself, okay? But when you come together, it's just like explodes, right?
It's like bam, shine on, and it ignites that. People ask me, how do I find this, or how do I find this in me? Well, I see you, and how do I? No finding, igniting. It's all waiting for you to step into it. Absolutely.
And I always tell people, I said, now what I do is when people say, I'm not feeling my greatest today, Barbara, or I got off on the wrong side of the bed. You know how people say that. I say, you know what? What I need you to do right now, I need you to tune in to the Facebook group or personal page of Angel Marie and watch her. Because after you see her for like 10 seconds, everything you just said you were feeling, you're not going to feel it anymore. You're going to forget whatever was going on. You'll be like, what was I thinking? Huh? And be like, shine on, shine on.
Yes, I do have my song in the background. It's going karaoke. That's the signature song. Thank you so much. Yes. And you know what? I'm actually an 8-time best-selling author.
Okay. Correct me. Yes, 8 times.
Yesterday.
Woo! Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. And you know, with my story, everyone can do it. You know, being dyslexic, there is nothing typed. It's all words. It's all, you know, and everybody can do this. Everybody can be a published author.
Yes, if they just put, like you said, you just put one. I always say, just put one step in front of the other. Don't self-sabotage yourself by saying, I got to get it done. I don't know what to write. What should I say? What should, people get caught up in all that and nothing gets done. I'm just being honest. Nothing gets done because I did it. So I tell people, learn from my mistakes. If you want to learn something, listen to Barbara's mistakes and you'd be like, okay, I'm going to do the opposite.
Well, and the thing is I have had so many things that I've started and stopped. I've had traumas in my life. But you know what? You are resilient. You are resilient. We all are resilient, but yet movement is lubricant. If you're not moving, you're not lubricating, and you're not moving to really create.
Yes. Now, Angel Marie, I know because there's some things I know you want to talk about, and I know there's also an event that's coming up January 15th for you. So before we get into that, because that's some good goodies for everybody, can you tell just like real quickly, how did you even get to this point? Because I know, you've been doing this for a while, and there's always a story behind the story, So I was wondering if you could just tell your story to everybody.
Sure. What happened, and I'll condense it, is what happened was I was diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and Sjogren's. And that's all immune system. And what happened years ago was I started going downhill and I was taking the drugs. And the drugs were even worse for me because they were the side effects of the Western medicine. And I looked around my family, everybody has the same thing, really. They have all the same thing. And I looked around and said, I'm going to get a massage therapist. This is 25 years ago, though. So I got a massage therapist. She came in, started giving me the massage and started touching. And I'm like, because you can't touch my skin and rub. I welt up. So I screamed and said, it hurts, stop. And she said, I'm going to do this Reiki. And I'm like, what is that? Coming from a Catholic and Christian background, I'm like, nobody can heal but God. What are you doing? But then I was like in so much pain. I said, go ahead. And all of a sudden I felt energy. And then I was like, what is this? She's like, it's quantum physics, Angel. 7 laws of the universe cannot be denied or argued. And I remember her saying that. Like, what? Because, we're not taught that. So I dove right in and started studying the power of energy, the power of nutrition, and the power of mindset. And what happened when I combined all of them, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I wanted to shout it you can heal yourself. You can help yourself with those things. And that's really what happened. And then I had an opportunity. I sold my house right at the right time, made all this money. And I said, you know what? I want to serve people. So I opened a center, and it was a wellness center. 40 different classes, way before its time. Got a lot of heck out of that one. 25 instructors, and the same as what I do here, really bringing people together to say, hey, you can ignite. And when you ignite your gifts, you ignite your power. And what are your gifts? The ones that you have within you, which is you can do this. Everybody knows that energy is energy. And even Einstein says, energy can never be dissolved. It can only change forms. And that's all I'm asking. And that's what I coach. And that's what I do in my spiritual counseling, is help you to connect to your energy. So once I did that, I just started to go, and I opened the center. It just kept going. And, the energies of what I want to accomplish is to serve millions, billions right here.
Yes.
And to be able to serve them, but then to be able to have a great team and a beautiful life of fun, so that I can show you how to do that. And that's what I do in my coaching. Just 30 minutes will change your life online. Just 30 minutes. You'll look at it as you feel it.
Well, really 30 seconds with you. It is not even 30 minutes. You don't have to wait that long. If somebody told me it took them 30 minutes and they were working with you, I'm like, okay, you were with the wrong person. I don't know who you were with. Because Angel Marie's gonna get you right away. I mean, you're gonna catch the fire, like you said. You're gonna catch that, and you ignite, like you said. And I love that about you.
And the thing is, though, it's the vibrational field. That's quantum physics. We're in each other's energy. We really are, and you can feel the energy. I just went off of a 3-day event that I was emceeing at, and they, at the end of it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we could feel your energy on Zooms for the last year." Being in person, they were like, holy moly. And I'm like, I can teach you how to do that. And they're like, really? And I'm like, everybody has that energy. There's nobody that doesn't. So it was beautiful 3 days. And that's where I launched the book.
Yes, show the book. Show the book.
It's so exciting. And what does it say? It says right here, raise your energy in 30 seconds or less naturally.
See,
so you can shine, because you got to bring in my shine. Shine with more confidence, joy, and abundance. We all want that. We want to have more joy.
Yeah, and you know what's needed, and what's right now. I've been telling people now for the new beginning for 2023. And by the way, Happy New Year, New Year. For 2023. That the biggest, there's 2 words I'm going with. I always pick a word, something that's gonna, for the whole year. One is impact. I want to create much more impact for others, not just myself. And then love. I said, we need to go back to the basic. The basic thing is just showing just unconditional agape love. And it's not that difficult, Angel. I know it's not that. I mean, what you do, that's why I get so pumped up when I see you, because it just comes out, it oozes out of you. It's in you. And that can, like you just said, that can happen for each and every one of us. Each and every one of us.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, the shine on shake that I do in the song. It doesn't, that's not it. It's not what I teach. It's about coming from right here and coming from your inner and bringing that energy up in 30 seconds, no matter what's going on around you. So yes.
Yeah. Now, would you mind doing like just a little preview of how, like if you were working with somebody, how to get them to that mindset? Do you mind doing a little of that?
Sure. What we would start with is making sure that they know how to do the diaphragmatic breath.
Okay.
Because if you're not doing the diaphragmatic breath, you're not moving your chi, your energy. You're not moving. Okay. So I would start with the breath, which is the diaphragmatic, which is in through your nose. You have nose hairs for a reason, everybody. And breathing in, close your mouth, and then you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, and you can breathe in through your nose, but let's just do it that way. You actually move in your belly. So as you breathe in, your belly comes out. Buddha belly, that's what I call it. Buddha belly or Papa belly.
I don't have to do it. It's already sitting, yeah.
So it's breathe in, and your belly, the diaphragm comes out. And then when you breathe out, your diaphragm comes in. This is from the 1970s. Dr. Hampton did this, and it is revolutionary. It's a backwards breathe, because what do we breath? We usually do the, right? Yeah. That's backwards. Moving the diaphragm, moving the shoulders down, and breathing in and breathing out. I have a video on my YouTube if you want to check it out.
Ooh.
I call it belly breathing, and you can find it everywhere. It will save your life. That's one thing we're going to start. Why? Because we need to do what?
Center.
We need to center your nervous system. And then centering your nervous system is breathe in for 4, hold for 8, out for 6. This is scientific. This is not woo-woo. This is, yes, I am a Reiki master and I do that, but this is scientific. And I do those 3 times, always 3, the 4, 8, 6. It'll align your nervous system and calm you down. You don't want to do those all day because it's just for the nervous system, but throughout the day I will. And then I go back. And there's many different ones. There's 4, 4, 4. There's 6, 2, 8. There's many different. But what I start with is that because why? I need them to be honed into their own vibrational field, their energy. And then depending on what's happening, because I can teach somebody just the other day to release a migraine in 4 minutes. I can do that in 4 minutes. So I've been doing this a while. I can do that. I teach, and this lady had a headache, and I said, you got a headache? And she's like, how did you know? Well, I'm intuitive. I've been doing this a long time. And I said, I can feel your energy out of your head. I really can. And I can teach you how to know energy also.
Within yourself.
Yeah, within yourself first, and then teach you outside how you can walk in a room and know energy.
Wow.
So then we go into getting them up, because my sessions are 2 to 3 hours in person. On time. Yeah, 2 to 3 hours in person. Oh yeah. Because once I start, whoosh, you get, and then you also lay down and get a Reiki session, energy healing and clearing, and it's an experience. When you leave, you've got notes. You've got a morning routine, you've got an evening routine, you've got how to create, how to feel, and we get up and you experience it. You experience this. That's why people fly in from all over the world. Sometimes they're like, I want a session in person with you, or they fly me out.
Yes, that's some yeah, you got to have, I mean, if I was hiring you, and I'm going to have to think of, I'm going to really do that in the near future, quick future, that I want to take a day and just be with you. I mean, not the whole day with you, but take that day so I can get to experience the whole thing, like you said.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And the whole day is like a retreat. We start with Tai Chi, we do the movement, then we do the session, then we eat, then we talk about nutrition, and then we talk about your home, how to feng shui it. I mean, it's a big, yes, and it is half a day when they fly in, or they have me come in. Usually that's a 2-day.
That's a 2-day. But
it's a 2-day, because once you have that session, you're going to be wiped.
That's what I was thinking. You can't go anywhere else and do anything. It's like, that's it. You need to see the, plus you'd want to just concentrate on you and getting yourself in alignment of what you help with, what you put us, what you did. So I wouldn't want to even think about getting on a computer or doing a meeting or what. No, I would.
And we don't go out to eat. It is, that's the other thing is, I eat impeccably. Why? Because when you eat well, you don't need any Western medicine drugs. It's naturally, because you're eating your medicine, you're fueling. So that's one part. There's so many other parts that it just depends on the person and how they go at it. But yet being able to align the nervous system and being oneness, and then feel your energy so that you get to experience. And you do that online. We do it online too. And it's just amazing.
It just sounds amazing. I wanted to, ask you too, I mean, before you go into you can talk about your event that's coming up, is, as you know, Angel Marie, there's one thing, and this is not a downer. This is just awareness that's going on. And we know this, the second pandemic in the world right now is basically mental health. And it's really hitting a lot of people hard. And when I was the other day, I've been thinking about it a lot. We've been seeing a lot of people, celebrities, and just people that we know that's been going through, and some people that's been taking their life. And the other day I was thinking about you with that, and I was like, if they would just think and get that mind frame and just kind of like you said, turn it around, how you said, the energy within them, and understand that they have it in them. I believe that a lot of people would be able to move forward in that mode, So I was going to ask you, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm going to be controversy here, and it's because I work with mental health a lot. I mean, I just this last 2 weeks phone call, and it was, I've been in this treatment for this, and they say I have mental health, and I said, you know what? I work with energy, so come on in. 2.5 hours later, I just talked to him, which is a guy, which is unusual, right? And yeah, I don't have that many guys. And you know what? He just called me last night and he said, my whole life has changed.
Wow.
It's not a mindset, because the mindset does what? It creates an emotion. The emotion creates the energy. So where are you coming from, and how do you feel, not what you decide? How do you get out of here? So meaning is mental health. I understand it, but doctors, I hope I don't get, but they throw it out too much. Oh, you got mental health. Oh, you got that. And it really, it's where is your energy and what are you putting your energy in? And can you replace that thought with a pattern interrupt? Yes. Shine on shake, you know, but it's a pattern interrupt. And then say, okay, what am I working on?
Yes.
So take the deep breaths. Also, you know, there's so many more things that I teach, just and they're all natural. They're all real easy. They don't cost anything, because mental health is a vibrational field. Quantum physics, 7 laws, right? It is a field. If you stay in that,
yes,
then you accept the fact, and then what happens? You step into something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
So I hope I answered the question that
no.
there is nothing that we can label, whatever we want to, trauma, whatever, even the death. Yes, that's emotional.
Yeah.
I'm working with someone right now that just cannot, they just want to cry all the time because they lost their son. Just it's like, okay, how are we going to change the energy? I'm not saying not to cry. I'm not, but it's been a long time and you still can't work. It's time for us to move ahead. And just after one session, it was like, oh, I get it. Yeah. Energy.
Yes. Yes. And I love, so that's why I brought this to you, because I know that you were going to bring that. I was wanting you to bring that out, because that's what it is. Like you said, Angel Marie, I totally 150% with you. And I always tell people, when you talked about that mindset, I said, think about the word mindset. Think about the word set. You're setting yourself, okay, I'm depressed. So you're putting a mindset on depressed. So you're thinking about, okay, I'm depressed. The doctor said I'm depressed. People around me said I'm depressed. I said I'm depressed. You see, you keep saying that. The energy level is, okay, I'm depressed. So you have to let that mind flow instead of mindset. Because when you set yourself, you know, you just think about it. When you're setting, you're just settling for whatever you're thinking at that time. So I love how you said, like you said, bring in that energy, understand the movement of that, so you can move away from, okay, that part, and where they're labeling you, like you said, there's this labels, and it's so easy for them to do it. It's so easy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And a good one is movement is lubricant. If you're not moving, you're not lubricating, and you're going to get stiff, and you're going to hold on to that. And that's why one of my things is change your mindset, ignite your life, and shine on. And what I'm really saying is be aware of what's happening. Get out of here. Come from here and ignite your life is really what are you responsible for? Are you stressing because the kids are doing this? Are you stressing over the world coming out and saying all, you know, where's your responsibility for whatever it is? And then shine on is, what action are you taking? Because there's always action, even if there's non-action. Yeah. So that's why my big stitch is why I say that. Because once you're in alignment with your head set, heart set, gut set, your energy's moving. Yes. You can do anything. I mean, I'm in chronic pain right now with my foot. So I'm always in pain. Yeah. But you know what? The brain can only do one thing.
Yes.
One thing.
It can't, yeah. Woo. Well, Angel Marie, I want to give you a little time. I'm going to take myself down because I want you to talk about your event and then your book, and I'll be right back, okay?
Oh, thank you, Barbara. She's so sweet. And thank you, viewers, for being here. I so appreciate it. And you know what? Are you ready to ignite your energy? Are you ready to ignite your gifts? Because when you do ignite your gifts, you ignite your power. And that's why I'm having a special TV show on Sunday at 1 o'clock Pacific time, right here. And it'll also be on E360 that goes out to Amazon Fire, to Android, to all of them. And what it is Ignite 2023. And why I put this together is because I brought in 15 different speakers to talk to you about inspiration and to give you golden nuggets about inspiration. And I'm so thrilled because my good friend, and I honor her and bless her so well, is Tamara L. Hunter. She's going to be my co-host to help me to kick this off, to have 15 different speakers coming up and giving you those golden nuggets about how they get inspired themselves personally, to how they inspire others. And then there's a fun question, because I always love fun questions. There's going to be some dancing and giveaways. Why? It's to help to inspire you in 2023 to step into your gifts, because that is your power. So that's this Sunday, January 15th. Can't wait to see you. And the other thing is, oh my gosh, my book, the Ignite book. So go ahead right now and go to Amazon, because this Ignite book, I'm always talking about energy. But would you like to understand and know how to get off the couch and clean your house? How to get off the couch and do the laundry? Because I broke down that from the health to spirituality to relationships to even money energy. And also, one of the biggest things I'm getting right now from other people is they're loving the sex energy subchapter about how I look at and understand sex energy. Woo! And then also about understanding pet energy. So this book will change your life, because it'll give you a different perspective on how you look at everything that you do in your life, because it's energy. And I want to thank Barbara for giving me the time, because this is my number 8th book, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. And it is an hour read, and it will change your life. It absolutely will. Yay!
That's what it's all about. It's about helping give visibility and showing the world changers like Angel Marie. So thank you, Queen of Queens.
Oh, thank you,
Our
Queen, for
royalty.
having me.
Thank you so much too, Angel Marie. And again, please, now Angel Marie, can you tell them again, where is it, like free or online for the event this on the 15th?
It is free. It's going to be online.
Okay.
So just go to the Shine On with Angel page. Just go to the page on Facebook, or go to my YouTube, or go ahead and download, just like you do, download the E360 app. And then you can watch it on your TV, from Roku to iTunes to Spotify to Amazon TV to Apple TV to Roku. And you can just watch it there. But get a paper and pencil out, because you're going to want to take down these wonderful golden nuggets. And that's why I do it every couple of months, do a special to help people to get inspired, because it's heavy. There's so much trauma out there right now.
Very heavy. Yeah.
It's very heavy.
That's why I said the love, and that needs to be shown right now, through us as coaches, through you just as a human being. Just show that love. It doesn't take much to just send a emoji heart to somebody, or just tell them that you were thinking about them, or it doesn't have to be a whole conversation. Some people are like, well, I don't have time. I say, you don't have time to show a heart. You have just time to show, I was thinking about you. I love you. Give a virtual hug, something, So yeah.
And that, it is so easy. And I do that every day. I reach out to 10 people every day, and it's either by a text, it's either by Facebook message, Instagram message, TikTok. There's so many ways, but then there's also the phone. People don't phone.
I kept telling people, I said, there's an old thing called the telephone.
It's true. And I even wrote it in here in the birthday energy, and understanding birthday energy and how powerful birthday energy is. And then my last thing was, when your birthday, I gave them my phone number in the back and said, you call me on your birthday and I will sing happy birthday. I dare ya.
That is so nice. Look at you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Well, I'm definitely gonna get get my birthday, because I want you to call me.
Absolutely.
It's coming up. It's coming March 15th. So I'm going to be waiting for your call. That's going to make my whole day.
Yeah, and I'll write it down, and I'll call you, and I'll sing happy birthday to you. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. But ladies, thank you so much. You are always welcome on the Coaches Lounge for anything that you're doing, that I can give you help with. What I can help you be a servant leader to you of anything that you're doing, because you're just changing so many people, changing the world. You change me. I look at you. You're my mentor online. You're my mentor online person. So just want to let you know I'm learning and growing with you. And thank you for coming on the show. And everybody, please go to the event, January 15th. You will not believe me. You will not sit there and say, I wasted any time, because no. In fact, you should go to get that time into what they're going to be doing and raising the bar, and it's going to be powerful.
So, and it's going to be fun. I mean, it's fun. And you're going to be on the show another 2 months when I have my next special. I want you to on there.
Oh, okay. Hey. See?
And you're going to be on. It's going to be in May. And yeah.
Whoa. Okay, Angel Marie, well, you take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. And everybody, we will see you next Friday for another 2 wonderful, amazing coaches that comes on the Coaches Lounge. And like we always said, like Angel said, get that energy going. Know that you have it in you, and be positive to the world. And like I said, show some love. Show some love. Thank you.
Bye now. Keep shining.